Hello, so we are Wysis and CyberHawks teaming up to give you this presentation. And this presentation will be on the Security Plus certification. It's one of the cybersecurity certifications that you can get if you're interested in going into the field of cybersecurity.
Fizza, this one's you.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Sorry, I was having some technical difficulties. Give me a second. Okay, so our agenda for today is we're going to go over what Security Plus is, why we should take the exam, and then we're also going to have some practice questions that actually come up in the exam that could help anyone who is considering taking the exam.
So Security Plus is a certification that basically shows employers that you kind of know the security fundamentals. It's considered to be on the intermediate level. And all of these certifications are organized in a similar manner, meaning they have an exam that you take at the end, and that's what gets you the official certification. And usually they prepare you with study materials as well as practice labs that you, and the certification also requires some lab-based or performance-based questions. There are 90 multiple choice and performance-based questions in total, and you have 90 of them. And once again, the certification emphasizes the hands-on practical skills that you will need in the workforce, and gives you the latest techniques in security defense and the training that you will need.
So the benefits of taking the exam is that it definitely attracts a lot of employers and recruiters because this is the most basic certification, security certification, and it validates your skills. And thus, it is definitely recommended if you are looking for a job. So adding Security Plus to your resume will add a lot of attraction. And it is estimated that the average salary range of a network engineer is between $48,000 to 95, as mentioned in the PDF. And just because it validates your security skills, so it adds a lot of confidence to your profile, and thus you actually can grab a great opportunity with this certification. And the most interesting part is you don't have to be a security expert. You don't have to have a prior experience in security. You can start at any time. If you know you have the skills, if you are passionate about security, go ahead, grab a voucher, and there it is. You know, you can get certified. So this is the most interesting part about this certification. Also, they're coming up with a new version, 605 or 1. You can check. Which will be launched in November. So if you start preparing for the certification now, you can actually upgrade yourself to the current version of the Security Plus. So the skills that you will learn from the exams are threat actors, threats, attacks, and vulnerabilities, technologies and tools, architecture and design, risk management, identity and access management, cryptography, and PKI. I think these are the most desired skills if you're looking for any security open positions right now, be it information security engineer, security analyst, or a risk consultant, analyst. So it definitely covers all the major areas of security, and it'll provide you plus the recruiter the confidence that you have all the desired skills in you, and it gives you an edge over any other security enthusiast.
So
there are a couple different ways, as with any exam, that you can go about studying so you can do well. These are some of the ones we put together. So first we have Dale Gibson's guide. So he has a number of certifications, including the Security Plus one, and he has written a bunch of books and has different ways and guidance on how you can do well. This is his site, and then the specific sublink to his study guide for the specific exam. And then Pocket Prep offers a variety of different study guides for exams, but one of the more popular ones is the Security Plus one. You can study on just about any device. It has like a bunch of cool things, like it'll track your progress. You can have like custom questions based on what things you want to study. And then another popular one is LinkedIn Learning. So like Pocket Prep, there are a couple different courses you can take, but LinkedIn their courses are taught by like specific experts within the exam. So the people that teach the LinkedIn Learning ones for the Security Plus one will be experts in software and security. And like we can send this out, but these are the links that you can look at when it comes to studying specifically for this exam. Okay, now that we've gone over kind of what to expect on the exam, we prepared a couple of practice questions so that you could, one, get familiar with what to look for, and two, practice answering the types of questions that you would expect to see on the exam.
So here's the first sample question, and it asks, an attack password database for a popular social media site has begun to run analysis on it to decrypt. They are running every possible combination against the database in an effort to crack it. This is an example of. Right away, you can see it says running every possible combination. So that's a clue that it is a brute force, as opposed to a attack is where they run all the combinations that are in a list. Whereas this one says every possible combination. So we can also rule out B, because a pass the hash attack is when you're not activating the hash, you are using it to obtain access to another system. However, here we're attempting to crack the hash, so it is a hash cracking or brute force attack. Now, to differentiate between offline, you'll notice it says that the attacker has obtained the password database from a popular social media site. This means that the password database is downloaded onto their computer, and therefore they don't need internet access in order to do it. That's why it would be an attack.
Okay, looks like John has had some connection issues, so we can move on to the next question.
So the second question is, while performing an audit, a security analyst reviews the control types incorporated at Acme Inc. They look at security elements that include fences, warning signs, security guards, man traps, CCTV, and lighting. These are all examples of which of the following control types? Administrative, management, physical, or operational. Since all these elements mentioned in the questions, for example, fences, warning signs, security guards, man traps, CCTV, and lighting, these are all related to physical security category. So we can easily quickly identify that, okay, this is physical. So physical controls are those that can be physically touched. Items such as fences, guard posts, man traps, lighting, and signs are all included in the physical control category. Some physical controls are also technical controls, such as CCTV and fire extinguishers, because you can touch them, but you use technology to facilitate their function. So the next question is, a user wants to communicate via email securely. However, they are discovering that several encryption standards require PKI to distribute and manage certificates. This user does not have that infrastructure and wants to use a shareable public key and retain a private key for decryption. Which of the following will they most likely use? So the options are given below, and the right answer is OpenPGP. Now, the explanation to it is that the various PGP versions, as mentioned in the explanation, all use the RSA algorithm and public and private keys for encryption and decryption. They work well in situations where there is no PKI present, as it is possible to provide a public key for users to send the email with an encrypted message, and the only recipient's private key can decrypt the information. If you guys have any questions, you can post it or raise your hand or just speak up. And you can also find us at visas@it.edu.